So basically, I'm interviewing you just because I want to see like your perspective about how DMD like has influenced your life. I feel like in my class we've learned a lot about like the physical aspects of DMD and how that affects patients and stuff. But I wanted to take another approach and see how like family members are influenced like in terms of their psychosocial health and stuff. So I'm hoping I won't take a lot of your time. Um, I'll start off with like the first question. Um, I wanted to know if you recall how old you were when you were able to fully understand the effects of DMD.
Yeah, I would say probably around 8, because my brother, Jared, he stopped walking. He was fully wheelchair bound at age 12. So before then, so I remember growing up, he'd walk and stuff like that. Then about age 8, he started using a walker. And I don't know, I just got to see that slow progression from the physical standpoint. Something, I don't know if they taught you guys this, but DMD is the disease itself is very individualized. So what my brother, who he is, in his disease is not what someone else's experience is, because my brother also has he has mental disabilities too, from DMD.
Yeah.
To go hand in hand with that, and some people don't. It's I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah,
I would say around 8 years old when I was 8. When he was 8, so I would have been 5 years old. So it's just something I've always grown up with. I always known, but I don't think it really I realized he had it, but it didn't really hit me the severity of it until I would say the past couple of years, because I got to see the progression of how things have gotten worse, and it's to the point where he can't lift his arms up without using a support like a table or something like that. So it's just those small things, and you don't notice it day to day, but over time you can definitely see the progressions.
Yeah.
Of it. So yeah, it's a very sad disease. To be honest with you, it doesn't affect me emotionally really, because that's my brother. He's always been like that. Say if he would have been fully healthy and gotten like a car crash or something and became paralyzed, that's a different story, because that's something that was taken. Nothing was ever taken away from him, if you think about it like that. But he's always had the disease. So I don't know. We've always been, my family in general has been very positive about it. It's never been a problem or anything. I don't know if you're familiar with. You've probably heard disability awareness. But we focus on ability awareness. So there's a really good resource. I think it's called I'm Tyler. It's a DVD. It's like 15 minutes long, but it's super good. It's not DMD. It's just about ability awareness in general, but it's focusing on what you can do. What you can't do. So with my with Jared, it's never a question of he can't do that. It's what does he want to do. It's honestly, he's one of the strongest people I know. Anything he puts his mind to, he's going to figure out how to do it. It's not going to be the way you're going to do it or I'm going to do it, but he's going to find a way to do it. So
that's amazing.
Great. So yeah.
That's very inspiring. I would also like to ask you, would you say that you have served not only as a physical support for your brother, but also as an emotional support? And if so, would you like to share some instances?
Yeah, 100%. So, I do. I've been helping my brother since I'm in my entire life, and like I said, it's progressed of the responsibilities I have, things I help him out with. So whether it be taking him to the bathroom, getting something to eat, getting him a drink, getting a shower, helping him, even if it's just like search something on Google or pull something on YouTube for him, like just things like that. So I'm always there for him, and yeah. But as far as being there for him mentally all the time. You know, he gets frustrated sometimes where he can't figure something out or he can't do something. I have to kind of reframe things for him and focus back on the things he can do. You know, like I said, the awareness. I mean, for an example, he'll get frustrated eating. You know, so he used to eat cereal. Like he used to love cereal, but he can't do it now because of the spoon. The way the curve, he has contractures in his hands. So the way like his hands are curved in, he can't like scoop up something like say soup or cereal without it spilling on the spoon. So even just the small things like that. And, or like drinking, you know, he can't lift up a cup, so he can get straws. But overall, he's a super positive guy. But like I said, he does get frustrated from time to time. And I don't know how he doesn't get frustrated more, because I would be all over the place if I was him. But it's the things, just being there for him whenever he needs something, and like I said, being there for something to rely on. It's honestly, I don't know how he does it. I can't. Yeah, there's so much. It's different perspective for me being the younger brother.
Yeah.
Because I've always grown up with him like that. I would say that my sister, who was a year younger than him, she kind of went through that progression where he wasn't diagnosed until he was like 2. So I don't think it's just that more than I did. But it's also different because he is the oldest in their family. But I was going to say, I've kind of made the transition in a relationship with my brother where growing up, I was the younger brother. And since he, like, mentally, I would say he's about a 7 or 8 year old, I'm just the lovely things. There's certain things he's above my head on. I just don't understand. He gets it. So he's super talented in some ways. And like I said, it's like part of the relationship. I've been the younger brother, and then I would say when I hit about 14 years old, I'm 19 now, so 5 years ago, I became the older brother. Whether it be taking on responsibility, helping him physically, even mentally. So it's definitely an interesting dynamic, and it's forced me. I would say forced me, but it's given me the ability to mature earlier and take on more responsibility, because I mean, think about a parent. It's not, if you're a parent, it's not just you, it's your kids too.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not just me, it's my brother. He's, as much as I love my parents, Jared's my number one. I gotta take care of him, whatever it takes. So I've always been that way. So I've always had a little more responsibility, I would say, with kids. So I definitely had to grow. He seems so cliche, but I had to grow faster to help him. And it's a good thing, I think. So it's made me the person I am today. I'm very independent because of that. So yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic of a relationship that the relationship has evolved very interestingly, I guess.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that you guys have like grown in like this relationship together through this, because I feel like me and my brothers, we're not that close, you know, like we're not placed in a position where like I'm supposed to like be there for them all the time or stuff like that. But I'm happy that you guys' bond is strong.
And you know what, to be honest with you, like if we didn't have that, I'm for sure Jared would be as healthy as he is, or like either physically or mentally, because honestly, with a disease like this, mentality is everything. If it's just one of those things when you stop believing that you can overcome things and make the best of your situation. Once you do that, you just kind of give up. And Jared has too big of a heart. He's too strong mentally to give up. He's one of the most stubborn guys I know, but it's such a good quality for him. So
that's good to hear. The next question I have for you is, would you say that the relationship between you and your brother is stronger than the relationship between your brother and your parents? Or is it like it's strong, but it's like different?
It's like I said, it's strong but different. So it honestly, to be completely honest, it feels like I'm almost a third parent. To make sense, just because my sister, she lives in Atlanta, Georgia, but she just moved here in Atlanta. She's only around 2 houses around. So I'm 4 years younger, but she's the same age as him. So he's always been like, not always, but the past 2 years, the younger brother, and my sister and I take care of him as well as my parents. So we've always kind of had that dynamic where the four of us are there for Jared no matter what. Jared comes first. And it's just that giving mentality to keep him. I don't know. We're always there for him. So I would say the relationship that I have with my brother is different than my parents.
Yeah.
I still joke with my brother, like, and I give him hell all the time, and just mess with him. He really likes puzzles, okay? So he'll do like 500-piece puzzles in a day. I don't have the patience for that, but I'll like stack the pieces and he'll finish like 2 hours later and be like, Cole, where the hell is this puzzle piece? And I'll walk and I smack it in, like, and he gets pissed at me, but like, that's just the things Jared and I do. Like, we still have that dynamic of the brotherhood. We still have that, and we still joke around, and but I also have that caring side of a parent, and there for him. And I think Jared also confides in me some more personal things. Yeah. And he'll joke around with me with certain things that he won't with my parents in some case. But I think my dad retired in January this past year, so he's got to spend a lot more time with my brother. And since then, January, I've gone off to school 2.5 hours away, so I don't get to see him other than the weekends. So I go home every single weekend to help out with Jared, hang out with him, because the fact of the matter is, I don't know how long I have with him. Yeah. Typically with DMD, you're not expected to live past 8 because you're 18, and Jared's 25 now. Jared's in great shape, and I'm so thankful for the access to the medication we've had early on, have access to the steroids that have been able to help with the muscle degrade process, and it's, I don't know, he goes through a lot, but once again, it's so much the mentality, and I think that is why he's doing so well. I'm very grateful. I mean, you never know when it's your last time with someone. Yeah. Like, I take care of grandparents. You don't know. So it's always having that gratitude mindset. I have to be very, very grateful. Just understanding that I don't know the cards that we play, and it's always keep that in my mind, and it keeps me very humble and also more patient, because at times you get kind of nagging. Thanks to he has OCD, so he's very particular in things he likes. His blanket adjusted just right, his pillows, or his shorts, whatever it may be. He's very particular. All the doors gotta be locked at night. Anyways, but he'd be very demanding and nagging just because he's so particular. But just that thought of be grateful that he's in good health, and take a deep breath and just know he is very appreciative of the help So I don't know. It's definitely. I hate to say this, but Jared having DMD, it's terrible for him, but he's been an absolute blessing. And still is an absolute blessing to my family, but also me. I've been put in so many positions because of him, for that other people haven't had the opportunity to be in, and so many things I've learned just because of him. I'm extremely grateful. I don't think I would be near the person I am if he doesn't have DMD. The disease itself is awful.
Yeah.
But it's just our family is very good at framing things in a positive light. So it's hard for me to see negatives because I've just kind of grown up. So
you'd say like the way you look at life, like your outlook, things to like DMD, I guess, is like more of an optimistic outlook. Yeah.
Oh yes. You can be. I don't think you could keep doing all the care for him if you're not optimistic.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it comes out of love, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely shaped. I think the biggest thing that it shaped is my independence and definitely my like I said, independence, taking responsibility. And maturity. Those are the big things that I've taken away from it. So.
That's good. I think it's super dope how like, you don't only serve as like a parent figure, but also like a brother. Like as a brother, you could only be there so much, but like as a parent, it's like you said, you could confide. He can confide in you like in like whatever. So like you serve as like a strong emotional support, and like the fact that you're his brother helps even more because like you said, like he shares like very deep personal things with you, and I think that's super amazing. So the next question I have for you is, as you became more perceptive about the effects of DMD, did you or do you feel like your emotional health was or is affected because of DMD?
That's a good question. I don't believe so. I think just because we've always remained positive and all of that, it hasn't really affected me so much. I don't know. I've never. That kind of question caught me off guard because I've never thought about any negative effects. It's always been. I've always focused on what are the experiences, what are the things I've taken away that have formed into the person I am. So,
I feel like with a disease like this, like
I don't think so.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I feel like with a disease like this, like the disease itself is already like very negative, like physically. So I would say that you have no other choice but to like be positive, and like be strong. So I'm happy to hear that you've never like been like negatively affected like emotionally. The next question I have for you is, have you or your family seeked out emotional support like outside of your own home? Or like, yeah.
I would say we've never had to seek it out. There's always been people there for us, whether it be friends. I don't know what it is about Jared, but people care for him. Like just one small interaction, and they love him for life. I don't know what it is. I'm super jealous of that because people just admire Jared. For whatever reason, people love Jared. So he has people I've never met who bring gifts and send cards and they just know Jared. They've either worked with, or they've seen him at school, like when he went to school, or seen him in town, in the community. I don't know what it is, but he's always had such a strong support network, and it'll never go away. They're there for Jared, and we wouldn't be where we are. He wouldn't be where he is without that network. Because just talking about like the great opportunities he's been doing things with, like different trips, just like little day trips, and I don't know. He really likes talking to people, getting to know people. I don't know what it is, but people care for Jared. He could when you see them, he could say a sentence, if that. People, I don't know what it is, but they love Jared. So we've never had to seek out any emotional support because I don't know what it is. Jared just tracks it, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that you guys are like strong together, like. Cause I know, or like I don't know, but I feel like people that go through this, they might get like depressed at times or like anxious, or stuff like that. And I feel like, although like it's a debilitating disease, like a progressive debilitation, like people with DMD are like really strong despite their disability, you know, and like that is truly admiring, like an admiring thing, because like I feel like people that don't have to face things like that, like they take a lot of things for granted, like getting into your bed, you know, like something that we consider to be so easy, but for like DMD patients is like really hard and exhausting. Yeah.
Not an example, like it takes taking Jared just to go to the bathroom. It takes us maybe 15-20 minutes, sometimes longer, depending on that. And just the small things. That it's a struggle on a daily basis. But I don't think you don't always see it as a struggle because that's what we're used to. It's all about perception. That's all we know. So I don't know. I want to ask you a question. Do you have any personal experience with DMD?
No, I don't have any. So it's like, I would say it's like kind of hard to sympathize in that sense because I've never like had to face it. But I have like faced like some, like I had Bell's palsy when I was 11. It's like facial paralysis, and like for me personally, it was like completely devastating. Like I was like developed body image issues, and like it was like I developed anxiety and stuff. So when I started learning about DMD, I started thinking like, I wonder how these people feel like, you know, I only had facial paralysis, but like these people, like they're having like progressive muscle weakness that eventually leads them like paralyzed. So like I was just like shook, I guess you would say, like how like something like this exists. Like it's just like devastating.
I mean, you have your own set of challenges. Everyone has their own challenges, but this is just my perspective. I think Jared, this is just my mindset. My family, I don't think there could have been a better family for this to happen to. I think it's a blessing we've had it. Because there's so many families out there that wouldn't be able to take care of someone who had something like that. Where it would be a major issue. So I mean, it's just that positive outlook again. Like it's also, like I said, it's almost a miracle that it happened to us, and it's never been they just like sobbed, like they didn't know what to do because there wasn't much research on it or anything. Just like, man, we're free to go. They don't know what to do. So it's taken a lot of personal research to I think Gary's very lucky. He's been married and now such a caring family. But honestly, and my parents have gone through a lot. They've sacrificed a lot. Because, I mean, my dad would work 67 hours a week. My mom is a regional director for Iowa State, so she's constantly traveling. But they're getting up with my brother 3 times a night, flipping them over, taking the bathroom, whatever it may be. They're sacrificing their sleep, financial sacrifices. Like I said, their time, and like mental energy. There's so much that goes into it, but we love them so much it doesn't feel like sacrifice. It's just what we gotta do. It's just part of it. So, I don't know. This whole thing, like, I've never really thought about it, to be honest with you, because it's just my brother. It's not my brother. DMD, it's just Jared. I don't view him as somebody with a disability because I'm not my brother. So I think people, I've seen people who are embarrassed of being around people in wheelchairs, but it doesn't bother me. That's, like I said, it's my brother. Like, I love him, he's my best friend. So it's I haven't known anything different. So
that's good. I'd like to say that I admire your strength. I admire your strength and like how you're there for your brother. I don't know if there's people that just leave it off for to their parents and stuff, like to take care of their siblings with DMD. But I'm glad to hear that you have always been there for your brother, and that you plan on being there for him all the time, because it's really hard. I would assume it's really hard to face something like this.
It does. Like I said, I don't even think about it. I just do it. It's
yeah.
What you do, care about. But I'm sure there are people who are out there who they can't take care of their family members. And I don't know. Like I said, they couldn't have done anything in this time. So it's been. I hate to say it, but DMD has been a blessing. I think that's the most positive thing. It's a terrible thing, but it's the best way possible. So we've been incredibly blessed with, I guess, people, the support network from outside. Like, we've had Make-A-Wish come and build us an entire cabin next to a pond for Jared to do weekend giveaways. Just go and hang out, go fishing, some else doing that. So, people, I don't know what it is. He's also one of the most determined people I know. That's where I get a lot of my drive from. I've seen him just time and time again. Younger, he'd fall down, get back up, keep going, fall down, get back up, and keep going. And he can sit down and just grind something out and get it done. He did last Christmas. He hand wrote. Granted, he can't write too many complete sentences, but he copied a sentence and wrote his name in 250 Christmas cards for other kids with DMD.
Oh wow!
All by himself. He took it by himself, and that's his project. He loved doing projects. So he'll just get going and. He just has that mindset that he just get up and just keep going. So he is definitely the source of a lot of my inspiration. Just because he's a younger brother because I take care of him, but he's been such a good role model for me to take after. And learned so much from it.
That's good. So I guess I'd like to end it by talking about, I saw that you have like a podcast going on, like, and I was like hearing some of them, and I was just thinking like that's super amazing, but I didn't see like any like podcast about DMD, so I was gonna ask you like if you have thought about like using your podcast to raise awareness on DMD.
Definitely. Eventually, that is a goal, because that is a thing I care a lot about. I think one of the next steps is actually sharing my story with DMD, because it's something that you hear stories about cancer all the time and things like that, but DMD is one of those things that is not necessarily mainstream. You have the MDA, Muscular Dystrophy Association, but as far as people going out there and sharing their stories, that's something to do. That's a good idea. Like I said, it's hard for me to think about something like that, because he's just my brother. That's what I go through. It doesn't seem like a struggle for me, but like even that growing up with Jared has been such a foundational experience in my life in creating who I am. I sincerely appreciate you for pointing this out to me, just facilitating this conversation and these thoughts. But he's everything to me, man. And that is something I very much intend to do, because without awareness, no progress can be made on Duchenne. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and I am definitely gonna be posted. Like to see if you post anything about DMD on your podcast. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time and like talking about these things. I know it can be hard sometimes, but I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, keep in touch and let me know how your presentation goes, all of this. This project. I really want to know. I think it's really cool you guys are studying this. And it's really cool because this is like where the awareness is created.
Yeah.
It's educating people outside of the quote-unquote DMD community, because it's not just the families. Even the families, they can't raise awareness. It's got to be a group effort with people like you. And I appreciate you guys doing this and taking the initiative to reach out for stories and experiences like this, because you really get a glimpse of what I've gone through, and I sincerely appreciate you doing this. It's a lot.
Thank you. Well, I hope you have a good day, and I will definitely tell you how my presentation goes. It was really nice talking to you.
Yep.
And again, thank you.
I'll talk to you. Yeah, I'll talk to you Thursday.
All right. Have a good one.